Alrighty then, welcome to another episode of Metallist Math. This is our continuing series right now on GED math practice. Okay, so this is the math practice test we started in my last episode. This is going to be questions 6 through 10 today, so let's hop right in here and get going. Okay, so first one here, something to write with. Go. All right. 17 divided by 0 equals. Anything divided by 0 is undefined. Here's the reason for this. Nobody ever seems to tell you this thing. Let's look at another problem here. So what if you had 6 divided by 2? Well, we know that's 3, right? So what this is telling you is if I take 2 and add it together 3 times, I will get 6. So if you have 17 divided by 0, you're basically asking how many zeros do I have to add together to get to 17? That's not happening. You can add zeros from now to the end of time. You're never getting to 17. Okay, that's the thing that nobody ever seems to explain to you. And quite frankly, no teacher has ever told me that. That was just something at some point I just kind of realized myself. So moving on. All right, simplify the given expression. You may have seen this before. This made-up word called Pemdas. Okay, so P stands for parentheses. So that means we do the stuff in parentheses first. So that's going to be 3 minus 8. So this is going to be 3 plus, now it's going to be negative 5. Forgot the negative sign. There we go. I very often forget the negative signs. That's how I lost most of my points in high school. Okay, so that's where we're at now. So we got that guy taken care of. Exponents. So this guy's next. So E for exponents. Now, anytime you square a number, you will always get a positive answer. It doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. Okay, negative 5 times negative 5 is actually positive 25. Okay, so we got the 3 over here, plus 25, minus 7. Okay, no multiplication happening here. No division happening here. Oh, another thing too, when you get down to a problem that has just multiplication and division, you just go left to right. You don't have to do multiplication first and division second. Okay, and then same thing here with the adding and the subtracting. You don't have to do adding first and subtracting later. You can just go from left to right. So I'll put these two guys together. I've got 3 plus 25 is 28. Minus 7 is going to be 21. So that's our guy. All right, next up. Okay, so solve for x. Okay, so you've probably seen this whole bit in algebra where they say, well, we're going to add minus 9 to both, or we're going to add positive 9 to both sides to get rid of that minus 9, stuff like that. You can do it that way. That works. What you want to do here, another way to think about it, is think of it this way. I can move any term from one side of the equation or the inequality to the other side simply by switching the sign. So this becomes plus 9x squared, and then this guy is gone. He's not on this side anymore. So we put these two guys together. I've got 9 minus 5, that's going to be 4x, minus 6, less than or equal to 4. Okay, so we can do the same thing here. Let's change up the colors just for the heck of it. So I can take this negative 6, move him to the other side simply by changing the sign. Now he's gone from over here. Put these two guys together. I'm going to get 4 plus 6 is 10. We have 4x greater than or equal to 10. So now we've got x guys on one side, number guys on the other side. When that happens, we divide by the guy in front of the x. Okay, so these two guys cancel out. 4 divided by 4 is just 1. So I have x greater than or equal to. So now we look at our answer, and we've got 10 over 4, and we look at our answers, and I don't see 10 over 4 anywhere. But it's definitely not this guy, because it's not those two, right? Okay, so here's the thing. When you get something like this and you don't see it, doesn't mean you did something wrong. It just means it's in a little different form. So the first thing we look at is like, well, can I make this fraction smaller? As I tell my students all the time, everybody hates fractions and square roots, so we try to make them as small as possible. So the first thing we look at is we've got 10 on top, 4 on the bottom. These are both even numbers. Anytime you have even numbers, we can always divide them by 2. Okay, so 10 divided by 2 is 5. 4 divided by 2 is 2, so that would be 5 halves, and that'd be that guy right there. Cool. Moving on. All right, it says John's bank is overdrawn. Been there, done that. So it says after he makes a $120 deposit, John sees his account is still overdrawn by $75. So what was John's balance before making his deposit? Okay, so what this is saying is this guy has added 120 bucks to his account. The bank still, nope, we still need 75 more. So how much did he start with that he was negative? Okay, so what you can do is basically add these guys. If I add them, let's go up this way. We're going to go 5, 9, and 1. If we put a minus sign in front of it, so minus 195 plus 120 will give you negative 75. So that means his original balance was overdrawn by 195 bucks. And I pity poor John. I feel for him. I've been there. All right. So one more for today. Solve for x. Okay. So again, we talk about when we have x guys on one side, number guys on the other side, we divide by the number in front of the x. Well, in this case, it's 4/5. That's kind of a pain, right? So think of it this way. And let's write it a little nicer here. So we have 4/5 x equals negative 4/3. Sorry about the slashes, but that's where the problems came out. Okay, so all we need to do is take the guy in front of the x, and when you divide by a fraction, you flip and multiply. So the 5 is going to come up top, 4 is going to go on the bottom. Now, when you do that to one side, algebra is all about equality. So now the other side's going, hey, we want to get multiplied by 5/4 as well. Okay, there you go. So here's what we do. 5 and 5 we cancel. 4 and 4 cancels. We just get x. Then over here, look, we've got a 4 here and a 4 here. We can cancel those. I got the negative sign now. So it's going to be minus 5/3. So there's our answer. All right, guys. Well, that's it for today. I appreciate you listening. We'll continue on with this series as soon as I can get another video ready to go. And I want to thank you for being here, and we'll see you all next time.
Kevin, they need you outside.